in person of Scholar Taoheed Aderinale. Please kindly unmute your mic and go ahead for addresses. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, the moderator. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to another session of our webinars, webinar 3.6, which is titled Striking the Balance Between the Social and Academic Life to Achieve Academic Excellence. So this session, we are having two facilitators to take us through the journey of their experiences, to share their wealth of knowledge with us about balancing the social life and academic. Like it's something of great importance. Like when we talk about balance, we actually need it. It's an important aspect that is not supposed to be overlooked. Because when we say we are scholars of academic excellence, where is our social life? Where is the social connections with us? What if we say we want to focus on the academic part and we are losing out on the social aspects of the environment? So we need that balance actually. So we are going to have two scholars, Scholar Taoheed and the other female scholar, taking us through their experiences. Let us learn like how to go about it, like so that one will not outweigh the other. So I urge all scholars to be attentive and pay utmost attention to the scholars while the webinar is going on. And then scholars that used to distract us during the webinars, please kindly remain muted until you are asked to unmute yourself to avoid any form of disturbances, and so that we all can enjoy this session. So, and then except for the executive members, kindly note that all other members should keep their videos off, like do not on your video to avoid distractions. So thank you very much as you do so. Let's dive into the webinar and I hope we all enjoy it. Thank you. Over to the moderator.
And thank you so much, the co-convener, for this wonderful welcoming address. So I hope all scholars will pay attentive, attention and listen attentively to the expert facilitators. So the next item of the agenda is the review of the last webinar by all scholars. And this agenda will be moderated by the organizing secretary of the University Scholars Forum in person of Scholar Omar Amori. Please, if you are around, kindly unmute your mic and go ahead to speak. Thank you.
Hello, before we move on to the next item on the agenda, I would like to say something regarding the Empowered Program Fellows. Can you confirm if you can hear me clearly? Hello.
Go ahead.
All right. So regarding the Empowered program, it has been stated earlier that scholars who are selected for the program, they have to meet up with the attendance, and any scholar who does not meet up with 90% of the attendance would have to forfeit the benefits of the program. That's all I have to say for now. Moreover, after this webinar, we are going to start the eviction processes for dormant members of the forum. That will also be reiterated once the program continues. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. The organizing secretary may go ahead to address the second agenda. Thank you.
Hi. Good evening, scholars. You are welcome to webinar 3.6 of the University Scholars Forum 3.0. My name is Umar Farouk Amari. I'm here to moderate the review of the last webinar session with you guys. So last week, Saturday, we have our webinar 3.5, which is titled Demonstrating Strong Relationship Ties to Earn Winning recommendation letters, and I'm sure that we all enjoyed the session. So here we'll be discussing about the recap. What have you learned? What have you done so far after the webinar session? What have changed for you? What are the insights that you've gained from that session? So if you like to talk, if you like to share your experience, how the webinar have changed you, what you've done so far, you can raise your hand or drop your opinions in the chat box. So if you raise your hand, I'll be calling you on to speak. So thank you.
Thank you so much, the organizing secretary. Are you done, sir?
Yes, waiting for hands or text in the chat box. Scholars, let's keep it coming. I'm very sure most of us, we all attend the last webinar session and we all have one or two things to say about it. For me personally, I learned some things, but I would like to hear from you first.
Well, you can go ahead, Scholar Farouk. You can share with us what you learned during the last webinar. Hello, Scholar Farouk, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I
I
think
said
I'm so
you may go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, right. Okay, right. So we have a scholar. Let's Scholar Bukarim, Scholar Rashid Bukarim. Scholar Kiri
Good
can go
evening.
on.
Thank you. Please, am I audible?
Yeah, perfectly. That and care.
All right, thank you very much. So, we learned a lot of things during the last webinar, but basically, one thing I hold very important, and I would like all scholars to hold very important, is what the facilitator said. Scholar Olamide said that you cannot leverage on a relationship that you haven't built. So you have to establish a relationship with someone that is going to recommend you, and you can build on the relationship so that it will not be the time that you need a recommendation you now reach out to the person just be like, you reach out to me because you need me.
Music video.
So building a relationship is a network, and the network is always a net worth. So if your network is not working for you, it depends on you because you haven't established it and build it for future use. So that's it. He made mention of many quotes that it takes two to tango and the like of others. So I learned a lot, and it's good to build a relationship with professors, lecturers, head of departments, and the likes. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Scholar Abdulkarim. That's a wonderful recap of last session. I'm very much sure everyone has one or two things that they've gained. So let's call on another scholar, Scholar Faida, our co-convener at University Scholars Forum. Can go on, man.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, I'm going to just share an experience regarding what Scholar Kere just said right now, like building that relationship with people that are going to give you recommendation letters. We all know that after our studies as a final year student, we are going to be having our projects. So that number one relationship, forget about all other lecturers, like that person that is going to supervise you for your project, like if not any other person in the university, there is supposed to be a tangible relationship between you and that person. Like you're going to be working with that your lecturer as your supervisor for some few months. Because I'm going to cite this instance. For instance, I heard from a lecturer citing an example of one of his former students that the person cannot even meet him for a recommendation letter because they didn't really go well together. Like the relationship was not there. But the students or the project students of that person, like you not even having the mind to go to your project supervisor for a recommendation letter. Like the lecturer told me that this person, this social person, cannot even have the effrontery to come to me to seek for a recommendation letter. You can imagine how bad that relationship is. So talk more of people that are not even your project supervisors, like not people that you are even close with. So that is like in recap, sha. So we should ensure we build good relationships. Like forget about the project supervisor. If you can't even build a good rapport with your project supervisor, how do you want to even, like, for others that you are not even working with them? So try and maintain, apart from the project supervisor, what I will put in is that maintain good relationship with other lecturers also, so that you have one or two people, in case one is not even available at a particular time to give you something, you will be able to seek out to another person and have a backup plan in case this person is not ready or is not available as at that moment. And don't even say it's just my supervisor that I have to know. So that's what I have to say. Thank you, scholars.
Yeah, thank you very much for the beautiful recap, Scholar Faida. That's a good one. In the text box, we have a recap from Scholar Taslima Bello, who thanked the team for always making sure that scholars get qualitative and valuable sessions. She said, and I read, last week webinar webinar taught me to ensure that I keep a good relationship with my mentor and any other network I happen to come across. Yeah, that's a very beautiful one. That's a beautiful one. Thank you, Scholar Teslima, for sharing with us. Do we still have anyone that wants to share his own personal experience? Yeah, personally too, for me last week, I was able to kind of differentiate between when you have connection and referral. Normally, we used to well, how should I call it? We used to combine everything together. Everyone would just say, you have connection, you use connection. Well, there's difference between connection and referral. Yeah, I got that from last week webinar. So it's a beautiful session. And today, I'm very sure today's webinar too will be a wonderful one that we will not regret joining this session. Thank you once again. So I hand over to the anchor of the program.
Thank you so much, the organizing secretary, for this well recap. Uh, Moving forward, our next item of the agenda of today's session is a reading citation. And the reading citation of Engineer Oyewo Taoheed will be read by the General Secretary of the University Scholars Forum. And I can see the presence of our facilitator, Engineer Oyewo Taoheed. Please, the General Secretary can go ahead to read the citation. Thank you. General Secretary, in person of Scholar you may go ahead to read the citation of Engineer Oyewo in his presence. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Belkis Yahaya, the General Secretary of the University Scholars Forum, and I'll be reading the citation of Engineer Taoheed Oyewo. Engineer Taoheed Oyewo graduated as one of the top students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, LAUTECH. His academic journey is marked by exceptional achievements, leadership, and a commitment to excellence. In recognition of his dedication and hard work, he received 10 academic honors and awards at LAUTECH during his induction into the engineering profession. These honors and awards include the winner of the 23rd, the winner of the 2023 winner of the 13th annual Undergraduate Global Health Technologies Design Competition organized by RISE 316. Also won the 2022 Best Innovative Young Engineer by the Nigerian Society of Engineers. He also was the winner of the 2022 All Universities Quiz Competition and also won the 2022 UI Unilag Sanitation Wash Hackathon. He was the first runner-up of the 2022 Nigerian Juniors Engineering Challenge held at Clinton Innovation Center in Abia State. He was the first runner-up of the 2022 Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers. He also saw a second runner-up of the Justice for User by the User Hackathon and also a winner of 2021 Professor Abdul Ghani Raji paper and PowerPoint presentation. He also won the 2022 National Engineering Brain Competition and also the runner-up of the 2022 NSE Mega Engineering Competition. Engineer Taoheed Oyewo has leadership and community engagement. As a native of Ibadan, Oyo State, he served as the immediate Secretary General for the National Association of the University Students of Oyo State NAUS, representing students in higher learning institutions. As a founding member and technical editor of the Perspicacious Polymath (CPP), is dedicated to the sustainable development goals, focusing on education, well-being, and human capital development. His commitment to academic resilience and quality education is evident in numerous youth sessions he hosts, including the events featuring Scholar Aishat Adedokun, the best graduating student of LAUTECH, who spoke on academic resilience and uprightness. In March 2022, he championed the planning and execution of an essay competition for over 50 secondary students in Ogbomosho, Oyo State, promoting problem solving and innovative thinking among students. Through the National Liberty Vanguard (NLV), a non-governmental and a non-profit organization he creates, he has organized several impactful programs and community service initiatives. These include the Youth Tutorial and Academic Session, Operation Keep LAUTECH Clean, Ogumosho Community Service, where he engaged in various community service projects in the Ogumosho Community Service, engaging in various community service projects in Ogumosho community, focusing on improving local education and infrastructure and also cyber promoting sustainable practices. In 2023, during the national election, he demonstrated his patriotism by leading an election sensitization work in Ogumosho, Oyo State. The work covered all LAUTECH environments and one of the metropolitan markets, Wasum. As a promising youth, he emphasized to Nigerians the importance of voting rightly. He also made contributions to sustainable development. He is a staunch advocate of the Sustainable Health Initiative. One of the notable projects is the Operation Keep LAUTECH Clean, a large-scale waste management and awareness campaign aligned with SDG goals and for sustainable cities and communities. They also show strong creativity and innovation towards SDG 6, which is the clean water and sanitation. Sorry, he lead a creative team in the design of Deep Plan. The Deep Plan project aims to address a critical issue of open defecation in Nigeria by introducing a modified pit latrine system that is hygienic and inclusive at affordable also. Uh, the the project won the project won the 20 the project won the 2023 13th annual Global Health Technology Design competition, and also won the 2022 UI Unilag Sanitation Wash Hackathon. And also the project paper was also accepted to be presented as the Bioengineering for Global Health Conference at Vanderbilt University in 2023. As the immediate national vice president of the Association and Technicians in Nigeria, he upholds his values and contributes to his community. Currently, is undergoing the National Youth Service Corps in Lagos at Taoheed Energy Exploration and Production Company Limited. His relentless pursuits and personal development and commitment to building a strong network reflects his belief that the future is shaped by self-development and connections. With resilience and determination, he strives for continuous growth and endeavors to contribute to a better society. Scholars, join me to welcome Engineer Taoheed Oyewo, and I urge you all to pick out your pens and papers to learn from the greatest of the greatest. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Scholar Bilkis Yahaya, for this wonderful reading citation. So, Scholar Engineer Oyewo, you may go ahead to begin the first round of the session on the topic striking a balance between academic and social life to attain excellence. So this engineer will be driving us.
Good afternoon, guys. I trust you're doing well. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you very kindly for this invitation. I'm once again Taoheed Oyewo, a graduate of mechanical engineering, Lautech. The topic given to me is striking a balance between academic and social life. And by His grace today, I shall demystify what you guys need to know as regards the subject matter. I appreciate the person that read the citation that was well read, and also I equally appreciate the convener of this program. This kind of program is what we actually need in this 21st century when our youth are derailing. The topic once again is striking a balance between academic and social life to you can see my slide. So this is the outline of the presentation. I will give you guys introduction. This institutions. I'll talk about time management. I'll discuss how to set priorities right. I'll talk about this how to stay organized, how to seek support and self-care, and also I'll give you guys my notes to Nigerian Tribune when I was interviewed in 2023 as regards how I attained academic excellence amidst thousands of students. Also, I'll chip in what leadership is, and I'll give you guys skills you guys need to uphold so as to attain balance in this century. Next slide. Do you know me? Now, this is one of my slides, and this is one of my interviews with Nigerian Tribune, and states that Taoheed is a graduate of mechanical engineering. Lautech was presented with 10 awards during his introduction into the general profession and the likes. So this is sourced by Nigerian Tribune, the oldest newspaper in Nigeria. The next slide goes thus. If I may ask you guys are not permitted to talk, right? But you can actually make it on the chat box. If I may ask, how do you feel that you are a student of Madam Fodio University? You can make use of the chat box by sending me the response to the question I've just asked. How do you feel that you're a student of Udus, guys? Do you feel happy? Okay, good. I can see Mohammed said he feels great. Okay, who else? How do you feel? Do you feel sad? Do you feel happy? Are you joyous? Or you're just feeling gloomy? How do you feel being a university student, specifically in Usman Fodo University Shokoto? I need more responses so that I can proceed with my presentation. Guys, okay, good. Good. Excited. You feel excited. Wow, that's nice. Who else? You feel what? You feel what? Fatima Abubakar, how do you feel? Okay, good. You feel good. That's nice. Okay, good. So it's obvious you being a university student, it's either you are happy or you are sad. Now let's go straight to the metamorphosis. You can see my metamorphosis. And I was about to finish my second that graduate from secondary, we be confused about what future holds for us. The issue of the poor national economy, the exchange rates, which is actually affecting every one of us. The guidance, we have no guidance from our seniors and from headers are part of the problems we encountered when we're about to leave secondary school. And the last but not least thing that we encounter when we're about to leave secondary school is the UTM, WAEC, or FHG. I equally believe we have that face that kind of challenges too. At least during my own time, I did jam nothing less than 4 times, though I've entered university and I'm still doing jam just because I want to at least do something. And I felt it was better, but alhamdulillah for where we are today. So with what is on my left hand side, you can see what people are position in terms of you being confused, having guidance, people to put you through. And you can see everything at the slide, that is the process. I put it there as the process. It's me, a couple of 10 people being about me. I'm trying to climb the ladder, and alhamdulillah for where I am today and where I'm still going. I attended Lautech. I backed my Bachelor of Technology degree in Mechanical Engineering, one of the top 2 students in the faculty, one of the top 5 students in the school at large. I won 10 awards during my induction to the engineering profession. I've got awards, international and national awards. I've got 3 publications and 3 posters. I happen to be the top 5 students in Hemi. I happens to be also the emperor of the largest academic socio-political organization on campus. I doubled to be the Secretary General of NAUS. NAUS simply means National Association of University Students. That is, happens to be the top 3 students in Oyo State at 2022-2023. I also happens to be the JCIN Lautech PRO Junior Chamber International. I'm a tutor, I'm a writer. I double to also be the technical editor of TPP. TPP is Perspicuous Polymaths. I also happens to be the HGS of MSN Lautech, and I equally found an organization which I call the Prime Movers Academic, which is the home of intelligentias. And now I happens to be a graduate trainee of Torcan Energy EPCL. So you can see the process. Look at me 10 years ago, look at me now, and I keenly believe there's more to go. The next slide, I'm asking you guys, do you think you have anything you need to know as regards how to achieve academic excellence, or as regards how to strike the balance between your academics and social life? You guys need to understand that in this scenario, I'll be using your social life as also your extracurricular activities. So I'm asking you guys, do you need to know anything on how to strike the balance? If surely you need to know anything as regards this, then kindly follow me. The next slide says, why balance is essential. What is academic excellence? What is social activities or extracurricular activities? If we are talking about academic excellence, this has to do with you coming out in flying colors in your academics, you making the rounds in your academics. And if we are talking about the other part, which has to do with the social activities, it has to do with you doing things outside academics. There has been this erroneous assumption as to what social activity is. Dear university students, I'd like to bring to your notice that social activities does not necessarily mean you going to club or you doing other things outside academics. It has to do with you doing meaningful things that will add values to yourself. So in my slide, I have it there that balancing academics and extracurricular activities is vital for your growth or your all-rounded growth. It's going to enhance your employability and prepares you for the challenges of the real world. As a matter of fact, if I'm talking about the academic excellence, things you need to keep yourself with are you going to class regularly, attend class regularly, attend tutorials of proficient individuals if you are the type that what have been taught in class is unclear to you. Put down things down in class, then once you get to your hostel, anyway, you want to get to try to ruminate over what you might have been taught in class. So as that academic excellence, this is the first thing you must lay priority on as a student. And how can you achieve this? You can achieve this by prioritizing your task, set realistic goals for each of your study section. You have to set the smart goals. You have to also seek help from your seniors, from your mentors. Don't be afraid of asking questions from professors or peers. You have to understand that only Momono they ask questions. So in as much as you know that you want to know this thing, try to ask questions and utilize all the sources that they have. We're in 21st century now, whereby Google is our friend. You have got ChatGPT, you have got Gemini, and some other search engines that you can use to enhance your knowledge. So please try to utilize this. These are things you need to do so as to achieve academic excellence. And the right hand side, what I have here is extracurricular activities. What is extracurricular activity? I've made mention of it earlier that there is an erroneous assumption as to what extracurricular activity is. It does not really mean you going to club, you going to party, birthday party, you going to all those stuff. It has to do with you doing things outside academics that will add values to yourself. So in this regard, I said it there that extracurricular activities includes clubs, societies, volunteering, sports, and also more. So it has to do with you joining a good club discuss with you guys today. Join clubs like that. GCI Lautech, GCI is in most of the schools in UIS, in UAE, in UDUS. GCI means Junior Chamber International. We have got an academic, social, political organization on campus to join. When I was in campus, I joined NLV, which happens to be the largest ASP on campus. So join sport activities, join volunteerism activities, join many campaigns that would add values to yourself, that would add values to your CV. So I got it there also that you should join associations related to your discipline. I studied mechanical engineering, and mechanical engineering is under Faculty of Engineering, and we have NUESA. So I joined NUESA. If you are studying economics, join NESA, join UCJ, Union of Compound Journalists. Join those organizations that will help you and that will make you grow. Volunteer for projects that align with your interests and career goals. I'll state that. The next slide is what to know and to do. Ladies and gentlemen, you would ask me that I have, you will actually ask me that now that I have discussed, I have made mention of the meaning of what balancing academic and social activity is. You now ask me that what exactly are the things you need to do so as to attain that balance. Now, I'll put it across to you guys that things you need to do are one, you have to understand time management. If you truthfully want to achieve academic excellence, you and also strike the balance between your academics and social activities, you need to know how to manage your time. You need to stay organized in terms of rigor. You need to set your priorities right. Take your self-care as important as possible. You need to seek support. You need to ask questions. You need to have the right and positive mindset. So these are things that I have inserted as regards what you need to know to strike the balance between your academics and social activities. It is possible, and I shall delve further by giving you guys what you need to know. As regards time management, ladies and gentlemen, if you are with me, you can just type time management in the comment section so as to know that I'm discussing with scholars and the scholars are getting what I am telling them. And type in the okay, good. Type in the comment section time management, good, good. What is time management? We all have different views for time management. So, but to me, it has to do with you knowing how to take charge of your time. You have got 24 hours in a day. Once you wake up in the morning, if you are a Muslim, you've done your morning prayer, you've prayed Zuhr. If you are a Christian, you have done your morning prayer, you've done your morning devotion, you've eaten, you set out in a day. Before you set out in a day, have your notepad. On your notepad, have list of your to-do list, things you need to do in a particular day. Put them down, and as the day unveils, try to be taking them, tick them,
Right.
tick them, tick them. As regards the time management, I have it there that effective time management is the key to balance. You use tools like calendars or apps to play your day. I do that most times. I make use of my notepad. I'll just know what I need to do in a particular day,
Honestly.
and at the end of the day, I'll look at those.
Sorry, Scholar Taoheed, you're muted.
Have I been muted since or just now?
No, it was just a few seconds ago.
Okay, good. So you need to avoid procrastination. You need to tackle tasks that comes promptly and efficiently. And also, I'm going to advise you guys that you need to learn how to say no when necessary. Don't be the type that when you're in class and probably a lecturer just left your class and you just have like 30 minutes to yourself, and a friend of yours just come to meet you that, oh, Tawi, let's go get something outside there. Don't go. Have control over your time. Set your priorities right. Have a to-do list. List what you want to achieve in a day. Anything that is not important, strike it out. Set your priorities right. Understand your academic and personal priorities. Be realistic about your capabilities and the time you can allocate to extracurricular activities. I would advise you guys, once you are an 100 level student, the first thing you need to do when you're on campus is to put all your effort in your academics. The main essence of we coming to this life is actually to serve our creator, and the main essence of we going to university is actually to bag this degree, right? If you want to bag this degree and you want to come out effortlessly, you must ensure that you do not joke with your under-level days. So I will not advise you guys to be exposed to extracurricular activities in your under-level days. So in your under-level day, try to consolidate on your academics. Be realistic about your capabilities. Focus on quality, not quantity. It is better to excel in a few activities than to spread yourself to 10. I do advise my mentee like that. The next thing I have here is you need to stay organized. You need to keep tracks of deadlines and activities and meetings. You want to strike the balance between academic and social activities. You know that a particular professor A gave you an assignment, and also you are a general secretary to an organization. You need to write the minute of that particular meeting. You need to set your priority right. The first thing you need to do is to find a way of getting the assignment done first. And once you are done doing the assignment, then you can proceed writing the minute of the meeting. So I'll advise that you keep track of deadlines, assignments, and meetings. You need to maintain a planner or digital organizer to ensure you never miss an important or relevant classes or events. Use your calendar, use your Google Calendar. You need to review your progress regularly and adjust your schedule if needed. This is what I do whenever I wake up early in the morning. I take my notepad on my phone. I try to put down everything I want to achieve in that particular day. And once I'm about to sleep at night, I'll go through that particular thing and check what exact have I done wrong? What have I done right? I'll take those things. What exactly are the things I have put down and I am unable to do? I'll put down those things and I'll give myself reasons why I'm unable to do that particular thing. And in the subsequent day, I'm going to improve on it. So stay organized, guys. Stay focused. The next thing is seek support. You will agree with me that no one is an island of knowledge. As a matter of fact, no one has monopoly over knowledge. You can't know everything, so you need to seek support. One of the things I did when I was on campus, and I can never regret, is that I seek support of mentors. I can remember when I was in 200 level, I think I was offering MU205 material science then, and there's this particular man that just came from Saudi Arabia, came from the university. We have heard about the man most of the time. And by the time he came to our school, then he was taking up material science, and I felt engrossed with this guy, this man's personality, the way he teaches and the way he does his things. Do you know what I did? I went straight to his office. As at that time when I was in 200 level, when we were all shy, I summoned that courage, went to his office, and I told him, sir, I'm Taoheed by name, a student of mechanical engineering, 200 level. I want you to be my mentor. Straight up, I was so direct because I don't even know what to say. But all I knew then was that I need to take this guy as my mentor. And trust me, the person I took then happens to be Professor Testim Batunde Ashafa, one of the finest professors we have in material science in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world now. And I did not regret taking him as my professor. I walked closer to him then. He took me as his mentee, and he, in fact, he paved way for me. Throughout my 300 level, 400 level, 500 level, this man has taken me as his son and is putting me through a lot of things that has actually helped me now. So please seek support, seek mentors, have academic advisors. What I advise students is that you need to have a mentor in your department, have a mentor in the faculty, and have a mentor in the whole school at large. They are going to be of help to you and put you on the right path. The next thing is you need to discuss your goals and commitments with them. Don't fight shy. Don't be shy. Discuss your goals, your personal commitments, things you want to do that you're unable to do. Discuss with them. They have once passed through your stage, so they would provide solutions or advice as regards how to navigate that hurdles. The next thing I have on this slide is you need to lean on your peers and friends for emotional support during busy times. When I was on campus, I really multitasked a lot. And trust me, I have friends that were of help to me when I was on campus. They were of help to me anytime I have any emotional support or I have any hardship. I try to confide in them, and trust me, we make things happen when I was in school. The next thing I have here, if you want to achieve balance between your academics and extracurricular activities, is you need to understand self-care. You need to take your mental health into cognizance. Remember to take your physical and mental health into cognizance or consideration. Get enough sleep, eat well, and do exercise regularly. As an undergraduate, you would agree with me that we have friends that they start going to night class at the beginning of the semester. Fine. We have some people that what they do is that it is towards the end of the semester they start reading. Anything that works for you. I will not advise you to start reading at the end of the semester. Start reading at the beginning of the semester, but it does not necessarily mean that you should be going to night class right from the beginning of the semester. maintain your health, know what works for you, right? I would advise that you go to class. From class when I was in 100 level, I lived a triangular life from my class to Central Mosque, from Central Mosque back to my hostel, back to my class, right? So that was how I lived my life when I was in 100 level, 200 level, and I adjusted when I got to 200 level. So I'm going to advise you, maths is not for everyone. I actually did night class and I actually love it. But the main reason I was doing night class was because I knew that what I had at hand was much as at then, and I needed more time to upgrade myself and upskill myself. So please get enough sleep, at least minimum of at least 8 hours. Try to sleep regularly, eat well, sleep well, and try to make use of eat food and stuff like that. You need to relax, use relaxation techniques like meditation or mindfulness to manage stress. Anytime you know that your head is filled up, just drop what you are doing, go get some water and rest. The next slide I have here is actually my notes in Nigerian Tribune. I believe most of you guys will have seen it on Nigerian Tribune newspaper. He happens to take charge of a particular page in the Nigerian newspaper, which is the Achievers page in 2023. And this is what Nigerian Tribune has to say regarding me. So you can check that out after this section. The next thing I'll be giving you guys as an addition is leadership. You need to know that before you can strike the balance between academics and social activities, you need to be a leader by yourself. And how can you be a leader? You can be a leader by start volunteering. They normally say that don't let anybody enslave you, but that does not mean that you should not serve. There's greatness in servitude, but there's no greatness in enslaving. So don't let anybody enslave you, but you can serve. So one of the ways you can become a leader is by volunteering. So volunteering activities. If you are in MSSN, start from that. If you are in the Christian Association, start from that. Start taking charge regularly. You can be a president, you can be the deputy, you can be the general secretary, you can be the amil, you can be the nebel amil, you can be the church coordinator, you can be the class rep, you can be all rep, and also try to ensure that you volunteer. There is greatness in servitude. Before you can become great in life, you must have served one or two people that will have added values to you. So try to know how to organize people, learn human dynamics. You have to understand that it is not everyone that will like you. Every man has his own disciplines, that's his own ways of doing things in life. So please, I will advise you to understand that there is greatness in servitude. In servitude. The next thing I'll tell you guys, and it's one of the most important parts, and which would be the concluding parts and the most elongated part of this discourse, is the skills you need to keep yourself with so as to achieve academic excellence and also social excellence. You want to strike the balance, equip yourself with some skills. Those skills are the things that will add values to yourself. You won't be a first class student that at the end of the day they'll be telling you guys that what exactly can your first class brings to the table. I had my internship in the largest power generation station in sub-Saharan Africa when I was in 400 level, and the way I got to that particular station was because of the skills I have got. So the first skills, I asked ChatGPT skills that students need to have in this 21st century, and it told me this. So you can see the first skills I have here. It is not a must you have all these skills, but just try to at least have some of it and utilize them. They are going to be of help to you. I shall tell you guys how some of these skills have helped me and how it is still helping me at the end of my discourse, and I will generally summarize how I have sailed through the hurdles while I was in school. Um, the first skills I have here is the IT. So there are skills like web development, HTML, learn mobile app development, data analysis, Python, Excel, cybersecurity basics. These are things that are thriving in this century. Learn digital marketing, about social media marketing, search engine optimization, know how to create content. Look at how our change makers in terms of youths are making things in the world as regards content creation. Learn email marketing. If you're an entrepreneur, if your hand is geared towards entrepreneurship, financial management, learn about how to market and sales strategies, know how to engage yourself in customer service. These are skills that are thriving in this 21st century. The next thing is fashion and clothing design. We have more of our sisters in this realm that are doing fashion. It is fantastically well. Learn fashion, know how to do fashion, the fashion illustration, the sewing and pattern making, textile design, and the likes. These are skills that will be of help to you when you graduate from the university. You can learn culinary arts. We have people that are making the rounds in the world when it comes to cooking. Look at Idabasi and some other people in the world now. They are using what they have got to earn. They are using what they have got to make things happen in the world now. So learn some sort of cooking techniques, food presentation, if it is baking, pastry arts, food safety, hygiene, menu planning, and the likes. These are skills that will catapult you to success. Graphic design is one of the things that youths are using to have their hotspots now. So learn how to creative suits, likes of Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. If it is branding and logo design, learn it. Print and digital design. And one of the most important things is that most of these skills, we have our friends in our hostel, in our hall, knowing them, but we will not take them into cognizance. So you guys need to start now. Pick whatever you want to learn out of these things and take charge. The next thing I have here, which is number 7, is the automotive engineering. Learn the basic of automotive maintenance, the engine diagnosis, the auto body repair, learn electrical and electronics repair if you have find interest in it, likes of basic electrical wiring, how to troubleshoot electric conducts, appliances repair, and the likes. If you are interested in learning construction and carpentry, these basic things really makes a lot. Learn the basic of construction techniques, how to add one or two things in the carpentry world, the carpentry and woodworking skills, masonry and tight settings. These are skills that are making around in this particular client now. Learn about beauty and awareness if you are this is mostly found in one of the metropolitan cities. If it comes to Lagos, we have a lot of people who are into beauty and wellness. Learn about the hairdressing, learn about styling, makeup artistry, nail technology, skincare, and spa. People are putting their money into these things and they are making the words. Renewable energy technology, they normally say that the next big oil in the next 34 years is the renewable energy, the solar panel, the wind turbine, the basic electrical skills. Learn these things. Equip yourself with them. If it is healthcare assistant that you want to learn the basics of healthcare assistant. You would agree with me that you can be a doctor and you also be an engineer. For example, now we have a rig doctor, he's a doctor, but where he's working amidst engineering lab. So I advise you guys that you can learn skills like healthcare assistance, know the basic of patient care and hygiene, have good medical records management, or you understand medical records management. The next thing I have here is the agricultural and agribusiness. This
Hello,
particular client
sir.
is going around. You can learn about crop
You
farming,
have about
you can learn about animal
sir. You have
husbandry,
about 2 minutes.
no
2 minutes
problem.
to wind up,
Learn
sir.
about good business management and the likes. The next one I have here is interior design decoration. And the last here is the language skills. You need to understand the concept of language. You would agree with me that, or let's say, one of those things that have helped him most is because I am able to craft my word maximally. I understand the concept of grammar, how to structure my words, and these things are the things that I take as my side hustle now. Being an engineer and also having a side hustle of writing, I can say that I've gotten nothing less than millions of naira in terms of the writing skills that I'm doing now. So I write, I craft SOPs, I craft CV, I write assessments for people that are in US, even those that are even doing their PhD. I'm able to do this basically because I am able to craft my word maximally and prosperously. So the next thing now is out of the skills that I've highlighted, you need to ask yourself what exactly is your score. It is something that you need to keep yourself with. The next thing I have here is you hack yourself so I can strike balance between your academic with extracurricular activities. Yes, you can, but you hack that. But I did not talk about money. Yes, I don't talk about money. You can get money by upscaling yourself. I do tell people that you need to add values to yourself and patiently wait for it to reach those that you need. Don't worry, money and beneficial things. The last thing is G factor. Don't forget the G factor. Pray to your creator to whom you shall return. These are the things that will be of help to you as an undergraduate, and I believe If you utilize them, they are going to help you judiciously and maximally. Thank you very kindly, guys. I wish you guys success in your endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful presentation. We are actually more excited uh, with your presentation, sir. This is the first session, and we look forward to next session. The next item of the agenda is citation, reading of citation of Scholar Aderinale by the social media officer. The social media officer too should please come forward and uh, address this issue. Thank you. Scholar Zainab, yeah,
It, but let me try. And if it doesn't, I spoke to IGBK already if they can help me share my screen from their hand. So Zaria, eh?
Well, I'm working on it already. So can you present for me
All
and
right.
before I get this fixed?
Yeah, let me try. Yes, let me try. So if it doesn't work, would just give me a few minutes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
yes, ma, we can see.
Yeah, so I think we can manage this. I don't know. And pending the time is able to. So, but is the I think this is good. Yeah. So, is it good?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay like that.
So I might not be able to turn on my camera. That's another issue. But yeah, while I'm talking or when I'm done, I'm definitely going to come and turn on my camera. So you can as well. Thank you very much for having me, and it's such a pleasure to like be here to actually speak on striking balance between academic life and social life, because I think I've been on the end of not knowing how to balance it at some point in my life, and now able to like okay be someone that can tell people that oh you can actually do this to find this balance is something I'm so glad I'm doing right now. So I think you have done the introduction already, so I don't waste our time. So before I go into how we can do this, how we can strike the balance between academic life and social life, I would like to like give a little story about myself, which I say it's beyond the grades. I found my voice. So as much as I wanted to be a top student in school, I think in my first year I was more of the oh I wanted to just have my grades. I wanted to just have my grades. And I think in my second year in university, so my first year I entered I always wanted to study accounting. So basically that's just a background story. I always wanted to study accounting, but I couldn't get into study accounting into the University of Lagos. So I opted to study human resource management. But while I was doing that, I started my ICANN journey as well because, yeah, obviously, if I cannot study accounting, I can always be a chartered accountant with my ICANN. So that was the motivation for me, and I started it. So when I got to year one, it was a lot for me because I started like the year I gained admission. I started from my 8 years one, and it was not like a lot for me. I didn't really know how I could bring about doing my my proper academics and also like trying to do the old professional exam, how time consuming it can be. Even my weekends that I could have to myself, I literally have to be maybe at a tutorial center for my exams. So it went on like that. My year one, it was very demanding. I really could not associate with a lot of people in class. I did not build bonds with people, but I had just had like maybe few friends that were doing the same thing, that we were not really socializing and we were not really having interactions with other people. And I think my second year was when I COVID year, and I was also almost done with my ICANN. So I think that was the year that actually gave me this insight that, oh, I could not always just depend on my academics. I really need to look out for other things I can do, ways to build myself and all of that. Though I still did, I still feel like I didn't realize early, but regardless, I'm glad I realized at my undergraduate stage before I graduated, and I'm able to like um take advantage of this and like start preparing myself. So when I say it's beyond my grades and finding my voice, I was somebody that would literally just want to be in my corner, and even till now, not like I'm such a social person, but when it's time for me to actually interact, talk, show people what I can do, show my skills, I come out, I talk. And one major moment that also made me realize that you always need to talk and let people know what you can do was also when I traveled last year for the exchange program. And I realized that in class, I struggled a lot to even answer questions. Things I knew, like I knew it, but I would just be reluctant to talk because I'm like, it's not necessary. Which, and I think at the end of the class, I was like one of the also top students that finished for like the lecturers have taught us that some courses there. And it was more like, oh, the lecturers knew that I was good, but I was not just talking in class and my interaction was not that much. But before then, I've started building my interaction, but it was not as much as I would have wanted and the way I would have connected more with people, which is something I always say that, yes, beyond the grades, I found my voice, which is this semester alone. I know what I did. Despite being my year four and my exams. Now that I'm here, I'm having exams next week. It's supposed to be reading, but I'm like, no, I really want to do this. And I was able to like, okay, work on my time. Before coming to this meeting, I also had to do like a tutorial for a few people. That's because I want to do it and I'm able to like balance this thing. And I felt, yeah, I really need to do it this year for letting my voice be heard more rather than just me pursuing the grades. So basically, that's just it for me. And I think it's I know most times when people hear social life, they think it's party, it is jollifying about and doing this and that, but it is beyond that. You literally need to look at the aspect of you volunteering. I think Taoheed also mentioned that it's not about the parties, it's not about the clubs, it's about organizations you're able to join in school, volunteering activities you're able to do, how you're able to communicate with people, how you're able to help people, and just don't go beyond me going to class, church or mosques, and then going to my hostel. So you need to like widen your scope and like try to learn more from people. I don't know if my story is something that you can relate to. And you might want to drop like emojis and comments for me to know that you are following and you can hear me very clearly. So, to the next one. So yeah, I said that I literally just I was trying as much as possible not to make this session like me teaching because I want it to be as interactive as possible. But obviously, people might not be able to make comments, but I'm going to be very fast and brief on whatever I want to share here. So for the academic life and why it matters. So I'm looking at it. Oh, why do we need academic life? I know. See, there's this thing that people have about, oh, education is a scam, this and that, this and that. I can tell you for father is a lie. I know a lot of people, like I know 12 guys in the industry that, oh my god, because they did so well in school, they were able to like get opportunities that are mind blowing. And I'm like, and when you check these people, they also have social life. So I'm wondering, oh, why can't I do that? So that's when you now think, oh, your academic life is looking at your student life. You're looking at, oh, what are the things I need to do to get my education, to get my grades, which is, oh, go to classes, do assignments, do group presentations, stuff like that. But why is it actually important? It's going to build a foundation for your future career. So as much as you want to be social, as much as you want to be heard, don't don't compromise your grade. Like your grade will really see, they will tell you that there's no job. It's a lie, there is job. Like people will literally the way your grade will just open doors of opportunities for you, even before people speak to you, you will be surprised because imagine somewhere if you can try as much as possible not to have anything less than 2-1, like do your best to not have anything less than 2-1. First class, oh, maybe at this point you feel like, oh, first class is not something you can do. Do your best to have a 2-1. And also, I would like to say something. Maybe I didn't say that during my story. Despite the fact that I started trying to build my social and academic life after year one, I can tell you that my lowest grade, like my lowest CGPA was my year one. That's how funny it is. Like, not like it was bad, but it was not like the goal I set for myself in year one. It was not the goal. And after that grade, not like it was very bad. I think it was still a first class CGPA, but it was something that I felt, everybody comes into the university with the idea of, oh, my year one has to be 5.0 or something very high because that's what will determine what you graduate with. It's a lie. Yes, 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 it matters. But if your year one is not good, don't let it discourage you. You can, if you're doing a 5 year course, this is a cumulative grade. It is something that what you do in other years also tells on your results. And even if you started well, don't relent because there is no, you will lose nothing for having a good grade, but you might lose a lot for having a bad grade. So that is it. So you want to build a future career for yourself. It helps you develop a critical thinking and problem solving. So when you take your academic life serious, you see that you are able to like provide solutions, think critically, do assignments, and be even confident in yourself. You enhance your own knowledge, you build expertise. It even gives you opportunity to like a lot of job opportunities and career advancement. Like I can tell you for sure that there are some organizations that you'll be surprised at people that join this organization. Yes, people say, oh, even with your title, you can do well. Yes, you can do well. But before you can get to those top organizations that you are looking forward to, maybe it's after you have built your career for after 5 years and being able to convince them that you have something upstairs. But first of all, it's your academics that will show, it's your grades that will show. So it will help you. And another thing that is very personal to me is your confidence. So, like I said initially, maybe I didn't mention as well. I was not I was a very, I would say from my secondary school, my primary school, I was a good student. I would say average. I was good. I was like one of my top students as well. But I didn't have the confidence. Like I was this person that was the smallest in class, but okay, I knew what I was doing. But I didn't have the confidence. Like I literally would struggle to stay in front of people to talk. But now like I can literally talk anywhere with God's grace. I can, as long as see, I will just tell you that it's not just for me to say something. Yes, and I know what I want to say. It's fine. I would find that courage, and that's because I have build confidence for my academic life. Like I've made people realize that I know what I can do. I know what I'm doing. So my grades are actually showing for it, and it just gives me that confidence. The moment you don't have good grades, I can tell you, there's nothing you want to do. You'll be reluctant to talk because you'll be like, ah, these people will see me as somebody that don't have anything upstairs because it's you that they say you that you're still struggling. What do you want to say? They're not even ready to hear you. So your confidence level is going to go higher when your academics are very great. And yes, your relevance in society is also very key. So not let's not dwell too much on this. Why social life also matters. So now, why do we need social connections? Why do we need to interact with people? You really need it. Like you need to build connections. You need to build relationships. So let me give you an example. So imagine the way I have my grades. I'm like, oh, I graduated. Maybe I graduated as top student of my class. This, and that. Only for me to graduate, and I don't even know anybody to tell that I'm looking for a job. Do you know that there was a statistics, I can't remember, that they said, I think about, it's not about 75% or maybe 50% of job vacancies are not posted online. They are gotten through connections and networks. So that's because if you can build networks and people, if as you are trying to build your like academics, you're also building connections and letting people know that I know this thing, oh, I know this thing. So in case you see an opportunity, they will share it with you. My friends will literally, despite the fact that, oh, my friends will literally see an HR opportunity and share it with me immediately because I always mention that I have interest in HR, even though I didn't have interest in before. But I know they realize that I've been doing a lot around HR and that I'm known for. My friends will literally see consulting opportunities and share with me because they know that I've always mentioned to them that, oh, this is what I do. Even people randomly recommend opportunities for me because they know that I do this thing. So because you have, but if you're just in a corner and they don't even know what you're doing, how do they want to do it? And it's also your emotional intelligence. The more you interact with people. So let me give you like a basic definition of emotional intelligence is when they say, oh, you know how you're self-aware, you know how to interact with people, and you know how to put yourself, like how to get people do things and how to get um people emotions in place. So imagine you are not interacting with anybody. Another example I'll give you. When I was coming to the university, like I said earlier, I'm always depending on my corner, this, and that. And the University of Lagos, it's very hard for you to say you want to stay off campus. It's a lot of expenses. I remember when I was before I left home, I told my dad that I wanted to stay in properties. And my dad was like, what are you saying? You stay in your stay. I mean, when I saw the prices, I was like, oh, I don't want to stress this man. I'll stay in a private in an hostel. And my daddy made a statement. I think I was so in my school they don't allow us to use gas and all of those things to cook. So we have to use an hot plate, which so I think then I wanted to get an hospital. And when I was coming to school, my daddy was like, oh, he's going to get it the following week for me that I should go to school. And I was like, I don't want to go to school now. That first week I maybe ask somebody for something in my room because I think I was in a formal room. My daddy was like, my daddy did not he was like, oh, it's because I don't want to be talking to my roommates. I want to carry my habit of staying in one corner, this, and that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, sir, this is no, it's not that hard. Like, that was it for me. But then every time I remember that statement that you made that, oh, it's because I don't want to interact with people. What will it take me to just ask somebody for something when it's not as if I'll be asking them forever, this and that. And I literally took that habit to my room and I started bit by bit to interact, which is another thing my school, which is another advantage that it takes to be in uni like that. If you are staying on campus, it makes you like interact with new people almost every year. So you have to ballot for a new space every year. You meet a new set of people as roommate every year. And it just makes you know that you have to connect with people regardless of what you want to do. So that's another thing. It just makes you like build the way to connect with people. Then support your mental health. When you have people around you, they can easily help you. See, you see the academics that you like. At some point, it will stress you. So because of the connections you have, you can easily talk to your friends, have study groups, connect with them, tell them that, oh, I'm stressed. And they're like, oh, what can we do? Yeah, what's stressing you? And these your friends are the ones that will actually put this balance for you. Then it helps you learn from peers, access to information. Like I said initially, also building relationships will help you, like, and networks will help you. So it will give you access to information. There are some things that I'm not aware of. I'll just see it in my DM. I'm like, where did this? Or maybe on somebody's status, and like, oh, look at this application you can do. Look at this and that. That is because I talk to them. I connect with people. I am in a society that shares information, and to reduce your social anxiety, you'll be able to speak out more. Like I said, confidence. So now challenges that you might face. Um I think Taoheed have said some of this, but maybe let me just like add a little emphasis to it. So time management, yeah, it might be very tough. I can tell you for sure it is very tough being in volunteering organizations, being in because okay, so for example, I'm a member of the investment society in the University of Lagos. And if you know the investment society, if you know or I don't want to be like too as I don't want it to look like I'm exaggerating, but if you can just ask one random person that you know in University of Lagos and maybe is in and maybe you will have an idea of the University Society, they'll tell you how intensive it is. It goes as far as us having 6 a.m. meeting every day from Monday to Friday in the morning, standing. And it goes as far as us having divisional meetings that, oh, this because these are is like the Universal Society is like a society that helps us simulate what happens in the real life situation where we get hands on like a lot of activities and just so it's very intense. Now you have to balance your time. You have to find a way to say, which is very, very challenging. So you have to start thinking, oh, how do I manage my time? I need to go to this, I need to do this, I need to do that. Today now, as I'm talking to you now, I'm already thinking, oh God, all the things I'm supposed to read today, like I've not been able to read since morning and I have exam next week. And I'm already thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm not somebody that likes to read at night. Oh, maybe tomorrow like this, I'm not even going to leave my bed. I have to read. So you start thinking of different things. Academic stress, yeah, it will stress you. I can't lie, it will stress you, but you would try to find a balance. Conflicting priorities. There are lots. See, these conflicting priorities is like one other highlight for me. See, you might have a deadline for school and at the same time be supposed to be in a volunteering this thing you're supposed to do and it's just like oh which one do I do so you're in a lot of dilemma like thinking oh what do I do which is another that challenge peer influence if you're not careful if you don't know the kind of social life you want so social lives are different so you need to know the one you want and you need to know the kind of friends that you have fear of missing out. You can miss out on a lot of things. You are like, oh, in the class, you're thinking, oh God, this thing I'm supposed to volunteer for, and I cannot go for it because I'm in the class. So, but you have to set your priorities. I'm somebody that I tell my friends this class, it's like I prioritize it a lot. Something that so you it's like and I know so a lot of challenge, and I know it's very hard for us to find balance. Next one, why you should find a balance. So I've already made emphasis on it's very, very, very challenging. But now I want to tell you that you literally need to find a balance. Like find it. Academic burnout. When you have friends, they would help you through it. Like when you have people, when you have organizations, some of these societies that we join in school also serve as a way to reduce our burnout and even serve as a way to help us. Motivation. Like when you find balance, you'll be motivated to do more. Like, oh, for me to be able to do this today, tomorrow, I can easily do my to-do list and get things done. You are not isolated in place. You have your mental health might first be stressing, but once you're able to find people to like get to do these things with, you just find it, you avoid missing opportunities. Like I can't make emphasis on that a lot. Like these are the people that will be sending you DMs of opportunities. So you avoid missing it when you're able to find the balance. You position yourself for success. You have access to recommendations, you build strong relationships, you learn new skills. Oh my god. There are times that I see some people in school. I remember this final year that we had a lot of projects that we have to do aside even our personal project. And you wonder how somebody in the final year cannot even put a slide together. That is because most likely they are just coming into classes, going back to their hostel, don't even ask people that what is the current skills that I need to learn. Do you get? So it helps you learn new skills, strategies to overcome it. So this one, so I'm going to be very brief on it because I think Taoheed have also like even went deeper on this one for majority of it. So create a schedule and prioritize your tasks. It's very important that you prioritize your tasks and like create a schedule that you know you can work with. So you should know that this is what I want to do now. This is what I'm doing next. This is how I want to get it done. And please stick to image you are able
Hello,
to
Scholar
get it
Zainab.
done. So just start
Okay.
anyhow. Like today, you might not be able to finish your 3 out of 5. Once you get sorry, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello? Yeah, I need to
Yes, we can hear you. Can go ahead.
okay, thank you. So setting boundaries. Okay, so setting boundaries is very important. So you should learn to say no. So because I know you might be thinking, oh, I want to be everywhere. I'm sorry, oh, I need to read for my exam. I need to do this. I need to know what you want to use your time for. Then we have engaging in activities that combine academics and socializing. So aside the fact that you want to be in organizations in school, you want to help your colleagues, also join things that mix up academics and socialization. So let me give you an example. Study groups. When you have a group of people that I know some people don't like reading together with others, which is normal, or you might want to take advantage of that. Also, for example, like the way I said, University Society. The University Society, despite the fact that it's an organization that's just like, okay, helping you to prepare for the workspace, it's still an organization that brings in some aspects of academics. So for it to be, because one of the things we focus on more is more finance. So imagine you're a finance student and you're in the University Society. It is really going to help you because you learn a lot of financial terms, you learn a lot of things that are going on in the financial world, even while you are like a member. So that's why you have to even join associations that are related to maybe what you want to do or interests that you have. So it doesn't look like you are losing on both ends. So imagine you are an engineering student, like Tyrone said, he said he was a member of the association of I think engineers or something. So examples like that, you use planners and apps, allocate times for academics, avoid procrastination. See, I know that everybody has this problem. Even me, I have that problem. But we can always do better and try to avoid procrastination. Also reward yourself. So like I said before, so if you know that you set a target for yourself and you met that target, reward yourself, even if it's just about yourself ice cream. Just say, today, oh, I'm so happy with myself. Just you'll be happy because you'll be like, okay, I want to do more. It's just like there's this thing called I think reinforcement theory or something. I think in motivation. It's just the fact that when you reward yourself, they say the theory is talking about people when you are punished for something, you tend to not do it again, and when you are rewarded, you tend to do more. You might not find somebody to reward you, but you might want to reward yourself and be like, okay, I did this and I want to take myself out, or I did this and I want to cook, eat good food today. You get so another one is get enough sleep and exercise. See, sleep, even if you cannot exercise, because I know everybody cannot participate, but sleep. See, you cannot underestimate the level of what sleep can do for you. So when you sleep, like you know that, or if you know that there's somebody that you read overnight, okay, maybe you can read this maybe like 2 a.m. and make sure you sleep and like be refreshed because this will like really help you to stay sane and be more mentally healthy. Then you can also make sure that you eat very well. I know it's not easy as students. See, I can tell you, I'm somebody that I don't like buying food and I cook a lot. But because of for the last 1 month, I've been very busy. Like I could not even really cook, or 2 or 3 weeks. I could not really cook. I struggle to eat very well because I do even like buying food. So sometimes I just eat once a day and I'm like, Zena, this is actually reflecting on you. But then we can always find this balance. Do you get? Then engage in activities that bring you joy and connect with classmates, join students clubs and organizations I said that before, seek help from students and mentors, seek help from your colleagues, speak up when necessary. See, if you feel like, oh, your enemy is depressed, please talk to the right people, and you'll be surprised of how well you're able to do it. Also, learn what works for you. So let me give you an example. So, like, if you are somebody that some people will tell you that I think I would also made an example. Want to, some people know that they have to start reading from the one of resumption of school for them to be able to make good grades. But some people know that in 2 weeks to exam, if I sit down overnight, I'm going to like clear all my papers and be good. And some people they will say one night academic come back, I'm good. But no one works for you. Like I said, I think when I was talking, I said something about me that I'm not always going to classes. Like I will make sure I go to classes because going to classes just helps my reading very easy because I know that I listen in class. Like I would if it takes me not to sit down beside my friend so that I can listen, I would do that so that I'm able to do this thing and make sure that when I'm reading my train of thought is flowing. So once I get to that very moment, it's easier for me to even say, even if I've been busy all through 1 week before exam, I can easily catch up. So yes, learn what works for you and be good, and also prioritize God and make sure that you don't out of your like your journey. So to conclude this, just my final word is that education is not just your grade, it's about the experiences, relationships, and growth that happens around you. So try to achieve your own balance. So make sure that you are able to not just think about book. You need that relationship. You need that experience. You need growth. Apply for opportunities. In University of Lagos alone this semester, I know like 5 people that went to UK, Bank of America for internship. Explore opportunities. These are the things that entails education. Because once you go out of the see the moment you graduate, hey, you will know that there's competition. Like you will know. So you have to find a way to differentiate yourself from others. You have to find a way, which is very, very important. So question and answer. I don't know if it's going to be happening now, but you can. So yeah, thank you for this question. And I just want to say you can easily connect to me on LinkedIn. It's just my name and my surname. You find me there and anywhere you're free to reach out to me if you need like any other further clarifications. Yes. So I'll be open to questions and answers now. And maybe let me just try and stop sharing my screen and maybe show you my face for a few minutes because yes, so it doesn't look like who's behind the camera now with talking things. Yeah. So thank you. Give me a minute. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Scholar Zainab,
Uh,
for this wonderful presentation.
okay.
I really appreciate your presentation and we've done a lot. So the next is association, and this session will be handled by the organizers.
So, so sorry. Can you guys see me now? So yes, that's yeah. So thank you.
You're highly welcome, sir. We screenshot this.
Yeah.
Okay. The organizer secretary
Okay.
kindly handle the question and answer session.
Hello, Scholar Farouk, are you there?
Scholar Umar,
Yeah.
Umar.
Hello.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm there. So thank you very much, Ma. Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. We've loved it, and I'm very sure all the scholars too. They are reserving their question as we speak. So we'll dive into the question and answer section. I know you scholars are having your questions ready for our facilitators. So let's have them. You can drop them in the text box, and you can raise your hand if you want to speak. Right, okay, we have Scholar Sumaya. Scholar Sumaya Shuaib. You can unmute.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening, Scholar Somaya. You can go ahead.
I just think you being school possible that you have work just don't want for that class and beyond work and beyond that the other knowledge are also relevant to what I mentioned. But you and this knowledge but then do you advise us as teachers to our students or try to do that this personal and we also develop ourselves and continue our business. You think we should
Hello, Scholar Somaya, are you done? Or Scholar Taoheed, were you able to hear what the question she asked? Scholar Taoheed,
Question I
you are muted.
getting? I could not hear what she has said. Please.
Can you repeat your question? And if maybe you are experiencing network glitch over there, you can just drop in the chat box. Thank you. So any other question? Scholar Marie, please can you take over?
Okay, Scholar Sumaya, I really heard what you say. So if you have another scholar that want to go on with his or her question, please either drop your question in the text box or you raise your hand so we can. Hey, we have Karim. Please go on.
Thank you very much. Please, am I audible?
Yes, you have.
Thank you. A beautiful thanks to our facilitators, the first and the second one. My question to the first facilitator, engineers Taoheed Oyewo. Thank you very much for the insightful session. So my question is just based on your advice that we can actually join several clubs so that we can develop skills that will help us while graduating. I want to know how can we able to reduce the clubs that will be aligned with our career, or let me say area of interest. You know, some of us are studying education courses and there may not be clubs that based on that. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You know, some people that are studying engineering are club teach them how to, to be veteran in engineering. So that's what I'm saying, that okay, let's assume in our field or in our school there are no clubs or society also in line with our field of study. So how can we also benefit from joining clubs like that? That's my question, sir.
very much. If I can get the question correctly, the question you asked was, how do you filter the club you are to join, and how can you join the club that are related to your interests? What I normally tell people is you need to first of all identify your purpose. You identify your purpose. You example now you said we are studying education course. There's an association dedicated to those that studied. Know that universities want students who are become successful in that game, and they're going to put your foot on the. They want to join social education. Playing awards can decide to join UCG. I'm aware of UCG. UCG is in mostly all schools. Any of campus journalists can join UCG to be a organization. If you don't want to join UCG, you can join GCI. GCI is a course school, Junior Chamber International. Join GCI, join UCG. There are other stores that you can also join too. But what really matters is you identifying your purpose, know your area of strength, know your area of weakness, and know and get it prioritized. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You
Okay, so we have a question from Scholar Inyade Mary. The question goes thus: Good evening, everyone. My question is that for we that we do not have any skills, commend the skills for us in which we can learn and monetize on it.
That question to me or to my amiable Scholar
I
Zainab?
think I think it goes. The question is for you, sir.
You,
Is
you,
that try to first of all do away with money. I'll tell you like that throughout my undergraduate in school, I am not that monetarily inclined. Everything I'm doing it for selfless activities, and the skills I'm learning it to help myself. So don't learn skills for the sake of monetizing. Learn skills for the sake of adding values to yourself. It is when you've added values to yourself that is when you can now see how you can expand on what you've learned. I do see that you create values and patiently wait for it to reach those that are in need. Don't worry, money will come. Create value and patiently wait for it to reach those that are in need. Don't worry, beneficial things will come. Courtesy of God to gap. So please, because you want to monetize it. Now let us now go back to it actually depends on your interests. For example, now I'm an engineer, but the skills I learned like that is I learned writing skills, communication skills, and I can tell you point blank that it is actually paying me. Once I've done my engineering, I have access to write for my client customers in USA. At all, I can write stuff like I can collect 100K, 500K, 750. Stuff that I've waited like 3 I collected like 700K soft money, and those things will not take more than 1 hour. There are times that I'll sleep for which so stuff like that. There are times that I'll laptop because this guy me just put down the surely and the next 2 things they will just send this to my account. I'm like, oh, so am I doing up this money? So I learned writing skills and it's really helped me a lot. And now that I learned writing skills, I learned it right on my right before I finish my right before I entered university. If you want to learn writing skills, you want to learn communication skills, you need to understand the concept of there's not English, no. It has to do with the subject verb agreement, subject, verb, and predicate. You know, to help you. So if there's writing you want to learn, you can I can recommend books for you. You can read books of Dr. Gab, Act of Communication, can read several books on writing, and I believe that would be of help. If you don't want to learn you want to learn AI, you want to learn tailoring, you want to learn culinary skills, any skills you want to learn, what you just need to do is to find people that are experts in it, then put you through. There's hardly anything you want to do in this life that has not been done by human beings. Get yourself submissive to those people and yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Sir Muhammad Alhaji Muhammad, you have a chance to read. Kindly go on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Very much, Scholar. Enter. Thank you very much. My question goes this way. Um, our engineer, my question goes to you, sir. Um, how will I even put it? We that we have the interest of jack of all trade, as Swiss addict that said that. So among all these skills you listed for us, if we actually have interest for it, how do we balance these all skills with our academics? That's my question. Thank you.
The question to me or to Scott?
The question is for you, sir. You made mention of your name specifically.
Is what?
But I think both facilitators can actually give an answer to it. But let's call out Taoheed to go
I
first.
think
But yeah, he made mention of his name.
okay. What's the question, Seth? Please.
The
Okay.
question
How
said
to
they have jack of trades, so
okay.
they have
So what I would basically say is I'm actually a jack of all trades, be the jack of all trade, a master of none. Don't major and minor on the major. I repeat, don't major on the minor and don't minor on the major. Get those things defined. Once you get them defined, then prioritize them. The first thing, see, let me tell you something. I'm in the market now. As in the labor market now, we know what things are seen in the labor market. If you do not take your seriously, right, there is high chance that you will find the labor market more difficult. Even those find the topless of those that don't make first class or those that don't make 2-1. So what I would advise is that the first priority is your academics. Once you know that what 4.1 starts finding a way of adding values to yourself, affecting your academics. I could remember when I was level, right? I have good results in my 100 level. But when I got to 200 level, I joined, but I got a lot of engagements. I think I was in HES then, and my gen was not around. He went for IT, so I was doing the work of HES and GenSec, and I still have some other political activities because I'm a political figure in school. I do it normally, right? So those things in my 200 level days then, it really affected my academics, right? When I got to second semester, I was able to prioritize and say, oh, guy, this can come first, this can come durable. So I would recommend that you identify those skills you want to learn, then get it prioritized. Don't major on the minor and minor on the major. That answer that.
Thank you very much, sir. Scholar Muhammad, is your answered?
I think Scholar Zainab can also give an answer to that question. Scholar Zainab,
Okay.
please, can you give an answer to this question? Would you mind unmuting yourself?
Okay, yeah.
Let's just
Um,
So
Okay.
just to be sure, he was asking about the skills, right? Or can you just come again with the question so that I don't answer the wrong one? Because I need to question.
They said someone like him who's like a jack of all trade
Is the
and
jack of
is
all
interested
trades,
in,
yeah.
yes, said how
Okay,
can he
so
be able to maintain balance between both his
okay. So
academic
the
and
thing
also.
is, yeah, so the thing is say that as jack of all trades, first of all, I'm thinking, oh, you actually want to like learn or do a lot at the same time, which I don't think is advisable. But if you're saying jack of all trades in the sense that, oh, maybe he has a business and he's also schooling and he also wants to try to actually do some more social, whatever, social organization or something, he, he can, you can try to manage that. But then I will not advise somebody to be jack of all trade when maybe they are trying to like learn new skills or discover their interests um or try to find a path. So for example, I remember somebody first asked a question about who is in education and what if they don't have associations that are related to education and all of that. For example, you might not necessarily, there are some people that study educational courses, but they are not exactly going to go into education. So you as a person might find a personal interest and say, oh, I want to pursue this interest. And now start looking for ways to like build those interests, things that will make you build that interest. So imagine, let's say, for example, somebody that wants to do something in climate change or climate, whatever, all the sustainability that they are doing now. You can start with, okay, I know that I want to, then let me start volunteering for organizations do this that do sustainability stuff. Do you get? So from that way you are already learning and not being a jack of all trades. So I think it's better you find your interest, find your strength, and even possibly find your weakness and know that okay, this is what I'm interested in. Okay, this is my strength. And before you know it, and again, sometimes there are also some basic skills that I think is important for us to learn. So I don't expect you to come working tomorrow, and you cannot use the Microsoft Word. You cannot just type. Like you cannot create a simple document. Then I'm wondering, did you not do assignment in school? Did you not get? So aside you trying to even learn new skills, first learn those basic ones first. Like, okay, can you use Word documents? Can you use Google Doc? Can you use just try I don't know and how that thing differentiates you from others. So that way also you tend to like bring out that tend to so you try as much as possible not to be jack of all trades in a way that is not that will help you yourself it to tell on you and also prioritize your education sincerely. I don't know. I'm not sometimes when I say this thing, oh, I'm still have graduated and they're like, Zainab, you don't know anything first, even if you don't know anything, even if you don't have anything, the first person has a CGPA 4 point something. They are first tempted to say, okay, let's hear what this person has to say. Compared to somebody that's having a 2 point something, they might not give you that chance, even if you have all the skills in this life, except maybe you don't want to use your degree to work. So please and please try not to be jack of all trade and try to prioritize what you actually want to do and get it done. So I think that answers it from my end. Yes, the next person can go on, please.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, ma. Before you proceed, there is by our scholar Sumaya, which I feel we should read out. And the question goes to us, my is, do you things are important considering that we are trying also in extra activities? I think the question for Scholar Zainab.
The question. So me. So one thing I think about within learning is that we know the way the education is, we know the way our academics are. We know some lecturers where even of them less of you that want to like do so much. So I will use so let me so my department is what I in the faculty that my lecturers will literally teach you, share materials with you, and like try their possible best to teach you. And I can tell for if I read just my notes, go to say I don't compromise on class, go to class, listen, I would do my best. At lowest, I'll have a B. Do you get? So the idea is so. So let me tell you why I like to go to class. So I make a class. To class, I point that I try to capture the lecturer's interest. Like I try to know what like let's say the lecturer topics like two topics. I try to see that which of these topics this lecturer really interested in and which one does he want to say to the exam. So that one alone, I'm already overthinking it. If it's possible, if that's the word that I'm overthinking. Because this might not be that question specifically. One, like you can also trust your thing that has interest in this part of his course or this part of his topic or no, and like that part. It might even be a topic that has to do with recent trends. You will now realize that the lecturers will also want to lean towards recent trends questions in the exam. So that alone is very helping. But one thing that about further reading will help is that it will expand your own knowledge. But at the same time, know what your lecturer wants. So that you don't go and expand your knowledge like to expand your knowledge to help yourself and also maybe complement what you're writing in the exam hall. And also at the same time, want. And I think one that mistake me I also made. I said it earlier that I think one of my lowest grade was my lowest GPA was when I do like I'm not that person that because literally I don't like to that. That person that will go and meet us that please how would I answer this lecturer's question? How would I do I think that really almost had gone to say, so this one part like this. So that again, very ahead of you. Oh, how was it last week? Oh, okay, what does it say? Oh, what's the combination of lecture? That teaching? Oh, the two lectures, what do you think? How did they say? Help you aside the reading. So sometimes I think another thing I've realized over time is that some people just read, and not strategic. So be strategic with the way you read the idea that I'm not just reading and study, not just even read, study. So there are some courses that will take you to cram, but still understand and be sure that you know what you want to learn in the exam. See, I told there was one time I was telling my friend that there was a course that we did that I think we did about 6 or 8 topics and I felt like I was struggling with like 2 topics. Do you know what I did? That other 6 that I feel like I know. I knew it very well to the point that if you're waiting for my sleep, I must write something. So that even if that other two comes out or something one from those other two comes out, I cannot answer it to my satisfaction. I can easily leverage on the one that I know to like get more grades. So you have to be like very it's not easy. Tell me the answer. I should wait a lot with it, but you can really I think answer your question. If it doesn't, so answer the question. Please can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much for wonderful answers. This comes to the end of the question and answer session. And to me personally, I've gained from the first facilitator that you mentioned skill because of monetizing, but learn skill to add value to yourself. Of course, when we invest in ourselves, the reward extend far beyond the three benefits as they enrich our lives and empower us to contribute meaningfully to the world around us, of course. Uh, Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience in following the session bit by bit. The next item on the agenda here is announcement from the executive board of USF, if any. And if there is no any announcement, we should move to the closing remark by the convener. So the convener of the University Scholars Forum will handle this session. Thank you so much.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me first make it clear, as I have stated earlier, that we do not condone and for the next webinar, passive members will be evicted from the forum because we want people who are active. We cannot have it for this, bringing in top-notch facilitators, and some members will be absent. So just to tell you all that the addition of passive members will commence after the webinar. Then I would also like to appreciate our scholars. I learned a lot, but I believe other members of the executive board also have one or two things to say before we move to the next item on the agenda. Thank you. And a reflection session where scholars will kind of say a word or two about how this session went, what they learned, and everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir. The social media one have something to announce.
All right. Once again, good evening. Please, moderator, confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Uh, we really appreciate our facilitator for posting of academics and extracurricular activities. Uh, my name is Abdul Rashid Akere, the social media officer, one of the University Scholars Forum. What I would like members, scholars, is that we have information being shared in the WhatsApp platform. Also, we have social media platform. We have handle on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and we also have a YouTube channel. They try to follow us and encourage their friends to follow us. The issue is that you may have some friends that they were rejected when they applied to become a member of University Scholar Forum, but they also have a CGPA that is up to second class upper. There are some that takes people that have class upper, but to be a member of USF, you need 4.0. So they go beyond 3.5. So that's why they couldn't be a member of University Scholars Forum. But while following us, they can have access to our scholarship opportunity that we are sharing, so they can also apply for them. We want the development of our entire WDO students, not just our scholars. So that's one. And also, like, for being passive, it's not good to be a passive members. And for those that won our scholarship recently, we congratulate you and to more winnings. So till then, remain blessed. Thank you.
Okay, that's the announcement from our social media officer, and thank you so much for these comments. The next item of the agenda is closing remark by the convener in person of Scholar Ajibiki Abdul Basit. Please go ahead.
Okay, thanks for the mention. But before I give my closing remarks, I would want everyone to turn on their camera. Please switch on your camera because we need to have a screenshot to be posted on our social media handle. So if you are available, just switch on your camera. Let's have a screenshot. And Scholar Zainab, let's see Muhammad. Scholars are beautiful and handsome. So let's see our faces so that we can have a screenshot. But hello. Okay, scholars, are we here? I can only see a few faces. Are we all shy? We are not shy because we are intelligent. So, okay,
What shall I
so at
shy?
least
And even
smile.
if I shall shy, I shall not shy for
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
USF.
Okay, I believe General Secretary have taken the screenshots. Bilkis, can you confirm uh, your mic, please? So, Scholar Bilkis taking the screenshots. Can you confirm, please? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But before I give my closing remarks, I would want also a session whereby maybe minutes with the experience, what they learned from the webinar. Just make it brief, 30 to 20 seconds. Thank you. So who's going first? Hello. Should I start calling names? Because I know some scholars are they are quite shy. They don't want to kind of review them. Okay, Scholar of the Varsity Oyemi, kindly unmute yourself and tell us what you learned today.
Hi, good evening. I not get the question. Sorry about that. I have something. So
Fine. That's fine. Would anyone like to go next? Just speak to us what you learned, the facilitators. You can say specifically what you were able to
okay.
learn from this session. I believe everyone learned a lot.
Yes, Abubakar, we are very
So is it advisable for our undergraduates to like us here in the scholarship school, and when you are applying, are you to apply as a
and how to be there and at the same time try to follow what is being done by others, like you saying you are a scholar and you are not even relating to your classmates
Okay,
or
that's
to
fine.
anyone
Please,
else.
anyone next? Scholar Suleiman, I can see you have your hands raised. Can you please just give us a brief 20 to 30 seconds from you? Hello, anyone else? Okay, Scholar Shuai, please, can you go ahead?
Confidence, sir, please, can you let me chip in something?
Please let Scholar Shuai tell us his experience of today's webinar.
Mention their name and their department out for them if you want to compile a report.
Your camera. Okay, Scholar Shuai, we can go on.
All right. Okay. Good evening. Faculty of Agriculture. It was nice hearing from Scholar Taoheed, particularly based on his track record I've heard before he joins the web. I've known him as a scholar by excellence, who always excelled in most of the opportunities. And it was also on hall I realized the webinar as I head up to what I've been doing since tells me more on what I should be doing. It also serves as an insight for me to keep doing more, and that I can also leverage my ability no matter the courses that I am doing and no matter the level that I am or no matter my CGP and everything. Yet I can attain excellence in skills and development. Thank you so much.
That's an excellent submission from Scholar Muhammad. So I would also like to take on another person, if there's any person, let's say a female to be precise, to kind of tell us what's okay. Scholar Nahima Kainde, please unmute yourself and tell us what you learned from today's session.
Good evening, everyone. My name from whenever scholars forum organize a section, my hopes are always high, and today's section is part of it. Like I was expecting what will I say, social activities in the campus aside academics. Always procrastinating. It's okay, next semester I will join. By next semester I'll join, and who are almost in their finals and feels there's nothing wrong in it. So I feel this kind of section is a reminder to us to partake in this very much to our facilitators.
I'm attending, but I would like to have would you like to us? How is Scholar Suleiman? Like to speak with me on the camera. Okay, let's see your handsome face, please. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Guys, my name is Cousin Suleiman Adekule, a 300 student of political science, faculty